It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showdown in the AFC East. It's the Barons and the Bills, and it's coming up next.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with their opponents. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 130 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Wilson's throw taken in there by Crowder. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I love today's NFL because it is high-flying, big-time action, some risk involved. But how about him eliminating all that last week? 3 touchdown passes, incredible yardage.
Yeah, almost 400.
Big-time game.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. On play action, Allen. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. And again, it's Allen. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Now he'll escape to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Allen off the play fake. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He has a big thank you to say to his defense. He threw the interception, then boom, the defense gets it back.
But the ebb and flow of a game is something else, isn't it? But you made an excellent point. A big thanks is owed to that defense. They went out there on what we call sudden change after a turnover and didn't give up anything. In fact, took the ball away and set them up again. Really nicely done.
So a clean slate and a mulligan. On second down, it's Carter. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Good footwork at the 30. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And meanwhile, Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley.
Here we go.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. On play action, Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving. How about the combination of route running confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football. You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Sony Michel, his first carry, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Allen. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Quinnen Williams in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out. And that could be their Achilles heel.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. Quick slant to Crowder. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Let's go.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, right back to Carter. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Play action. It's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for the Bills touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only is scoop it, but they take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And some room to work. A solid stiff arm. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. This will be their first trip to the red zone. It's first and 10 at the 14. On the counter, Carter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Wilson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. 7 yards the pickup there. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Allen. He's got Gronkowski yet again. That catch good for only a couple.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Singletary, they'll run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And as a result, possession switches hands. Here's the Bills defense now as they head out to defend here. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, there are 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Carter. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's caught here by Adams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll dump this off to Carter, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back to the ground with Carter. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Yeah, this place has notoriously never been kind to visiting field goal kickers. You get those wins that really whip through the inner bowl, not to mention the urban legends about stadium workers opening and closing the tunnel doors. But for whatever reason, this one winds up off target.
The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Singletary loses it. It's going the other way. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Wilson. Targets the sideline here. Crowder has it. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Carter on the toss right. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Davante Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Barons have cut it back within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
No problem there on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. A drive there of just 4 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Forced out to his left.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start on the ground. Carter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Wilson to throw. And this is incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Now Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Allen. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, here's Carter. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead. And now they'll look to extend that lead.
To throw again on second down. Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Allen now looks to throw. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he is going to have the Bills first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on third and a yard.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Allen. Buying time to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Allen is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. Henry Ruggs, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And that game all tied up with the visiting LA Chargers. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bills, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here are the Bills to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. The third quarter starts with a run by Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Allen going to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Carter. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Barons take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now Allen off the bootleg. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Allen now on first down. Flush to his right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, he'll check this one down to Michelle. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Throwing is Allen on third. They'll get this underneath to Michelle. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It fights him, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Markel Lee leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On third down, Wilson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. They bring their punter out there now, standing just outside his own goal line. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. Play action. Now Wilson. It's caught here by Adams. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now it's Wilson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Carter is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And his kick is indeed good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw, it's Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. And that's on the guard, Cody Ford. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big gain there for the Bills. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Throwing on first down is Allen. His throw incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the draw, here's Michel. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now Allen. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up 1st and goal.
And they will run it with Michel. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Sony Michel, his first touchdown on the year. The Bills will add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Elliott now to have the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out comes Devontae Adams of the offense for their next drive. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down. Here's Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So, to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, Michelle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now Carter to start the drive. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 65 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. Throwing is Wilson. This is the tight end, Njoku. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, Wilson. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. A.J. Epinesa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And this one is right through. And that gets him back within 10. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
Let's go.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Quentin Williams racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And this is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From midfield, here's Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
He lets one go deep for Wheaton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain there for the Bills. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and that means that he'll be out of challenges for the remainder of this ballgame. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. Allen. Caught on a slant. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Singletary. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A huge win defensively there, and the sack setting them back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Third and 2, now Wilson. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson will throw again. Quick slant to Crowder. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson shakes off the sack. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now left side on the swing pass. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 31, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Man open, here is Crowder. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Going for it, it's Carter. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Bills, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come.